Jeremy, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. What brings you in here today?
Oh, just normal, normal routine coming in, trying to get some stuff off my chest.
What kind of stuff are you trying to get off your chest today?
Um, I don't know, just struggling a little bit. Having a hard time with one of my players. He had an injury. And, there's a possibility that he may not be playing for the rest of the season.
Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just difficult because he's come such a long ways since I came here. And it's his senior year, and I hate to see him lose out on that opportunity that he has coming here.
Sounds like you're a little sad because you're all the hard work that your players put into prepping is not a word to say. Didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate. When I moved here last year, he was a kid that was kind of behind the scenes and not a lot of staff, the assistant coaches, um, nor did any of the team have any faith in this kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good athlete, had a lot of athletic ability.
Mm-hmm.
He was just lacking, I guess, an adult, male figure in his life.
Yeah.
It's kind of leading, got him in the right direction. Um, I decided to turn him into a quarterback because that's the position I coach.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody said that I was crazy. And to go from where he was at when I moved here to where he is now, not only as a player, but as a person, his maturity level,
Mm-hmm.
his leadership skills that he's gained
Mm-hmm.
over the last year or so. That's what I really hate to see for him because he's worked so hard at becoming a better person and being a better leader and a role model for the rest of the football team
Mm-hmm.
and the younger kids that look up to him. And now that he's done all that, there's a possibility that he may not get to play this season.
Right. It sounds like you're down because your player won't get to showcase all this hard work that he's put into the season.
Yeah, it's I guess almost like I don't know, maybe somebody that works in business or a corporation who puts all this time and effort into maybe a product that's supposed to be coming out, and then maybe the funding for the product gets turned down or doesn't go through, so all their work is never really going to be seen. You know, he's got a lot of scholarships that are on the line right now. I don't think it's going to be affected to the scholarships that have already been offered to him, but as far as gaining any new scholarships, scholarship offers from the other schools, that's going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you may be a little worried about because of your player's future for college opportunities.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I think the schools that like him already that have already offered him scholarships. I spoke to a few of those, and they say they won't pull an offer. But if he doesn't play a single game all season, then they change. I think because the signing day is on February 3rd, so college has they have several months to evaluate other players, and if he's not out there, they are worried about maybe it being a nagging injury or a recurring injury that they may pull a scholarship. I hate to see that for the kid, and it hurts our team as well. So it's tough on the whole team, not only the coaches and me, but it's tough on the other kids because they were all looking up to Caleb, and they were looking up to the things that he was doing and the leadership role that he had taken on. He's voted a team captain, and you could tell the morale of the team the day that Caleb got hurt just went down a lot. The tempos of our practice went down, and it was really hard for a couple of days to get the kids to come up.
Right.
And I say come up to get up for practice and be enthusiastic. It's coming around now.
So it sounds like you're a little stressed because his injury affected the team morale.
Yeah, it has.
Mhm.
Now we have another kid that stepped into that position who um, is a really good kid. He's a really good player, but he doesn't have those leadership skills that Caleb had. Um, and I guess another thing that bothers me is we found out today that Caleb is possibly going to get to come back, maybe midway through the season.
Mhm.
With that being said, it's going to be a hard situation for me as a coach for the player that's playing quarterback right now.
Mhm.
And he's doing a really good job, and the team is having a lot of success with him. You know, at that leadership position, quarterback position. How do I take Caleb, who earned that job from last year, and then over the course of the summer, and move him in front of someone who is doing a really good job?
Mhm.
Because even though I know it would be better for Caleb, we would be a better football team as far as Caleb being into that position. Um, how do I do it in a way that's fair to not only the team, but fair to the player that I have playing that position right now?
Right. It seems like you're a little unsure because you're having to make a difficult decision if Caleb gets better, of how you're going to handle who's going to be the actual quarterback going forward for the season.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough decision. I mean, if we're not having a lot of success, then it won't be that big of an issue. But if we're having success and the quarterback that's in now is doing really well, then it's going to be a hard decision to make. I mean, how do you take someone who's winning
Mhm.
and having a lot of success at their position and bring in somebody? Uh,
Mhm.
even though before his injury, it was not a question who was the better player.
Mhm.
If the guy in now is performing, it's just I've got to come up with a way to be fair about it. I'm not sure how to do that.
Mhm. It sounds like you're a little conflicted because you're trying to make sure you do the right thing for everybody and not hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
Mhm.
The other thing is the injury that Caleb has. I want to make sure that he's 100% coming in. I don't know. I don't want the doctor or Caleb to rush it because he's such a great athlete and great player that he has a lot of football left to play after high school. Regardless if he plays another down in high school, he's going to have college football to go on to and possibly a career in the NFL. And if that's the case, I don't want to rush getting him back to the team just so he can play his senior year and ruin his opportunity to play on Saturdays and maybe Sundays because of it's just a toe, but the injury that he has caused a couple of very prominent NFL players to have to end their career because of this type of injury. I don't want to, even though we'd be a better football team with him playing quarterback, I don't want to have him rush and us rush getting him back and being unfair to him, you know, as an athlete, as a person, and causing an injury that could end up costing him a lot of money as in scholarship and a lot of money from a career in the NFL.
It sounds like you're feeling a little protective over Caleb because you're more concerned about his future than the current football season.
Yeah, I mean, I could be selfish and say I want him back because I know he would make us a better team and he would make me look better as an offensive coordinator, make it a lot easier to do things. But at the same time, it's my mind. I know it's about more than just me and the team. It's got to be about him
Mm-hmm.
and his future as a student athlete as well.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're a little hurt because you know the decision that you have to make is a difficult one, whether to play Caleb or not play Caleb. Um, but you want to do the right thing for everybody, including yourself and the team.
Correct.
Okay, good. Well, I just want to make sure I got everything out of today's session that you wanted me to get. So basically, your player Caleb injured himself, which not only impacted him in his college opportunities, but impacted your your football season this year, and you've had to make some adjustments. And although he injured himself, he also may have an opportunity to come back and play, and you're kind of having to make a difficult decision of whether to play him or not play him, which could affect him in the long run of having a football career or not having a career, and you're wanting to make the right decision, and you're feeling confident about not playing him, even though it would benefit the team in the long run, which would help your career. Is that about right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, Jeremy, I thank you for meeting with me today. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Not right now.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a great day.